Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 10, Round 6. Following the rollercoaster Round 5, where St Kilda's 30-point demolition of Fremantle and West Coast's stunning 27-point upset over Geelong shook the ladder, the Dice are primed to deliver more unpredictable twists, with Collingwood and Melbourne leading the charge for the Premiership trophy, and teams like Sydney and Richmond battling to escape the bottom. This round promises 9 electrifying matchups across iconic venues like the MCG, Marvel Stadium, and Optus Stadium. As strategies are finalised and the Dice takes centre stage, round 6 is set to redefine the season's trajectory. Let the chaos begin. Okay, let's get stuck into the first game. It is Carlton versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. Carlton versus Port Adelaide. So Carlton are 12th, Port Adelaide are 9th. Siren's gone for the quarter time, and Carlton have kicked 4-2 and Port Adelaide 4-3. Let's get stuck into the second quarter. Round 6, 1/3 of the season has diminished. We've got Collingwood and Melbourne on top of the ladder, and Richmond and GWS down the bottom. Siren's gone for half time, and Port Adelaide have kicked 3 goals, 5 to Carlton 1-5. And at half time, we've got Port Adelaide up by 13 points, 50-37. Let's go to the second half of this game. Port Adelaide are going for 4 wins in a row after losing their first 2 games. Third quarter has completed, and Carlton have kicked 6 goals, 4 to Port Adelaide 1-4. And it's been a big turnaround. Carlton are 17 points up at 3/4 time, 77-60. The last quarter of this match, Carlton versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. The final siren has gone, and Carlton have won by 25 points. Carlton have kicked 6 goals, 6 in the last quarter to Port Adelaide 5-4. Final score 17-17, 119 Carlton to Port Adelaide 13-16, 94. All right, so Carlton, they push up to 5th spot. Let's go to the second game. It is North Melbourne versus the Giants. So we've got North Melbourne in 13th place and GWS in 17th. First quarter has completed, and the Giants have kicked 5 goals, 3 to North Melbourne 2-14. 19 points the difference to the Giants at quarter time. Second quarter is underway for this match. Siren has gone for half time, and North Melbourne, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Giants 4-4. And at half time, Giants are up by 8 points, 61-53. Let's go to the third quarter of this match. North Melbourne win, it could be percentage out of the 8. Third quarter has completed, and we've got North Melbourne kicking 4 goals, 5 to the Giants 3-6. And at 3/4 time, the Giants are up by 3 points, 85-82. Last quarter underway in this match. Who is gonna win? Giants? No. Final scores. North Melbourne have won by 2 points. North Melbourne, they kick 6 goals, 5 to the Giants 5-6. And it is all over. North Melbourne win by 2 points in a thriller. North Melbourne 18-15, 123 to the Giants 17-19, 121. So that puts North Melbourne in 10th spot. Giants are still in second last spot. Next game, Melbourne versus Hawthorn at the Quarter time, we've got Hawthorn kicking 4-2 to Melbourne 117. So Hawthorn are fourth last. Melbourne are five. Siren has gone for half time, and Hawthorn they've kicked 3-6 to Melbourne 4-1. And at half time, Hawthorn are leading by 18 points, 7-8-50 to Melbourne 5-2-32. Second half is underway in this match. Melbourne are second, Hawthorn are fourth last. Hawthorn need this win to have basically 3 wins, 3 losses. Third quarter siren has gone, and Melbourne have kicked 4 to Hawthorn 4-1, and it is 15 points the difference to Hawthorn 75-60. Last quarter underway in this match. Final score, final siren has gone, and he was even in the last quarter, 1-4 apiece. And in the end, Hawthorn have won by 15 points. Hawthorn final score 12-13-85 to Melbourne 10-10-70. All right. That puts Hawthorn in 11th spot, Melbourne in second at the moment. And there is 10 teams on 12 points. All right, let's go to the next game. It is West Coast Eagles versus Collingwood. West Coast there in 13th spot, Collingwood in first. Can the Eagles knock off Collingwood? Quarter time siren has gone, and West Coast have kicked 1-3 to Collingwood 1-4. So it is Collingwood by 1 point. Hawthorn got the biggest winning streak at the moment with 3 wins. Halftime siren has gone, and Collingwood have kicked 6-3 to West Coast 3-6. And at halftime, Collingwood are up by 16 points, 49-33. Can the Eagles in the second half get over Collingwood, or will Collingwood be on top a game clear? Third quarter has completed, and the Eagles have kicked 2-6 to Collingwood 2-1. And at 3-quarter time, we've got Eagles down by 11 points, 51-62. Last quarter underway. Who will win this match? Will it be the home side, or will it be the top side? Final siren has gone, and Collingwood have kicked 4-6 to West Coast have kicked 4-6 to Collingwood 3-4. But in the end, Collingwood have won by 3 points in an absolute thriller. West Coast 10-21-81 to Collingwood 12-12-84. So that puts Collingwood on top of the ladder, a game clear. Let's go to the next game. It is Richmond versus Geelong at the MCG. First quarter underway. First quarter's completed, and Richmond have kicked 4-5 to Geelong 2-2. And Richmond are up by 15 points. Can Richmond get a win? They're on the bottom of the ladder at the moment. Geelong, they've kicked 6-4 in the second quarter to Richmond 3-3. And at halftime, Geelong are leading by 4 points, 54-50. Third quarter underway. Geelong, they're in 14th spot. Third quarter siren has gone, and Geelong have kicked 6-4 to Richmond 2-6. And at the moment, Geelong are leading by 26 points, 94-68. Final quarter underway. Final siren's gone and Geelong has won by 44 points, which keeps Richmond on the bottom of the ladder with one win. Geelong, they push into the top 8 and into third position as they've got the biggest percentage in the competition. So there was 10 teams, or now 11 teams on 12 points. So Geelong have got 3 wins, 3 losses, and they win by a big margin. Final score, Geelong 19-11, 125 to Richmond 11-15, 81. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Essendon versus Sydney. Sydney are in 16th spot. Essendon are in 10th. Match of the round in round 7. At the moment is Gold Coast Suns versus Melbourne at Metricon Stadium. Quarter time, Sydney 2-6-18 to Essendon 1-3-9. 9 points of difference to Sydney. Second quarter underway in this match. Siren has gone for half time, and Essendon, they've kicked 3 goals, 1 to Sydney, 1-2. And at half time, Essendon are leading by 2 points, 4-4-28 to Sydney, 3-8-26. Low scoring in this game. Essendon, Sydney, second half. Third quarter completed. Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 4 to Essendon, 6-1. And it is Sydney by 1 point. 1 solitary point, 66 to 65. Third quarter. Last quarter has started. Who will win this absolute thriller of a game? Final siren's gone, and Essendon, they have kicked 4 goals, 3 to Sydney, 1-5 in that last quarter, and Essendon get over the line by 15 points. Final score, Essendon 14-8, 92 to Sydney, 10-17, 77. So Essendon were outside the 8. They won, so they leapfrogged all the teams on 12 points to make it 4 wins for them and 16 points. So it is crucial that you have a win and a big score. All right, so the next game, Western Bulldogs versus Brisbane. Both teams, Brisbane's in the 8, Western Bulldogs in 9th spot. It is a top 4 finish for these 2 teams. First quarter completed. Bulldogs, they've kicked 3 goals, 1 to Brisbane, 2-4, 16. 3 points the difference. Western Bulldogs won 19 to 16. Second quarter underway. Siren has gone for halftime, and the Bulldogs have kicked 4 goals, 4 to Brisbane, 3-4. And at halftime, it is 9 points the difference. Western Bulldogs as way, 7-5-47 to Brisbane, 5-8-38. Second half's underway. Third quarter siren has gone, and Brisbane, they've kicked 5 goals, 2 to Bulldogs, 3 goals, 2. And it is 3 points the difference. The Bulldogs are down by 3 points. Brisbane 10-10-70 to Western Bulldogs 10-7-67. Last quarter underway in this game. Western Bulldogs versus Brisbane at Marvel Stadium. Final siren has gone, and Brisbane have won by 6 points. They kicked 4 goals, 5 to Western Bulldogs, 4-2. And that is a win to the Lions away from home. They have not lost away. Western Bulldogs, final score 14-9-93 to Brisbane, 14-15-99. All right, so let's go to the next game. It is the second last game, and it's match of the round, St Kilda versus Adelaide Crows. Let's go to the first quarter. So last game, Brisbane, they won. They are in the top four. They're in third spot. Adelaide win. They will be in second spot. All right, so first quarter completed. Adelaide Crows have kicked 3 goals, 6 to St Kilda, 1-1. So it is 17 points of difference to the Crows. Second quarter underway. Siren has gone for halftime, and St Kilda have kicked 6 goals, 6 to Adelaide Crows, 4 goals, 6. And it is the Crows by 5 points at halftime, 54-49. Third quarter underway. Third quarter completed, and the Adelaide Crows have kicked 5 goals, 5 to St Kilda, 2 goals, 2. And the Adelaide Crows are 26 points up against the Saints. Last quarter underway in this match. Crows win. They're in the top 4. St Kilda win. They are in the top 4. And in the end, the Adelaide Crows have beaten the Saints by 32 points. Adelaide Crows in the last quarter kicked 2 goals, 5 to St Kilda, 1-5. So Adelaide won the quarter. Final score, St Kilda 10-14-74 to Adelaide Crows 14-22-106. Let's go to the last game of the round. It's Gold Coast Suns versus Fremantle. So the top 4 at the moment is Collingwood, Adelaide Crows, Melbourne, Brisbane Lions. First quarter has completed. Gold Coast have kicked 5 goals, 4 to the Fremantle Dockers, 3 goals, 6. So Gold Coast are 10 points up, 34-24. Second quarter underway. Siren has gone for the second quarter. Halftime. Gold Coast have kicked 3 goals, 1 to Fremantle, 1-3. And it is 20 points of difference at halftime. Gold Coast, they are 53 to Fremantle, 33. Brisbane, they've got the biggest winning streak at the moment with 3, plus Collingwood and Hawthorn are on 3 wins in a row. Three-quarter time, and the Fremantle Dockers have kicked 6 goals, 5 to Gold Coast, 1-2. And Fremantle are up by 13 points. So they've come out after halftime, and they've kicked the bag. Fremantle 13 points up, 74-61. Can Fremantle hold on, or will it be the Gold Coast Suns? Final siren's gone, and the Dockers, they've won by 8 points. They kicked 4 goals, 1 to the Gold Coast Suns, 4 goals, 6. Final scores, Gold Coast 13-13-91 to Fremantle 14-15-99. Well, that concludes round 6, Monday, the 25th of August, 2025. And we've got Geelong, the number 1 offense team, and Collingwood, the number 1 defense team. And we've got 3 teams on 3 wins in a row. That is Collingwood, Brisbane, and Hawthorn. And in the top 8, we've got, or the top 4 to start off with, we've got Collingwood on top with the game clear, Adelaide Crows second, Melbourne third, Brisbane fourth. And then in the remaining 4 spots in the 8 are Essendon in 5th, Geelong 6th, Carlton 7th, and the Western Bulldogs 8th. And then we've got Giants and Richmond down the bottom of the ladder with only 1 win. after the Giants 2 seasons ago won the flag. All right, that concludes round 6. We'll see you for round 7, Wednesday, the 27th of August, 2025.